Welcome back to the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Apple or Spotify, please leave a 5-star rating. This content is brought to you by Uphold, which makes crypto investing easy. You can buy, sell, trade, and earn cryptocurrencies on Uphold. You can also trade precious metals and equities. I've been using Uphold for years. They're one of my go-to exchanges for liquidity. So if you'd like to learn more about Uphold, please visit the link in the description. All right, my friends, I want to quickly talk about the price here because Bitcoin is back over $20,000, Ethereum back over $1,400. What's happening here? We're seeing some green. The stock market is up as well. Is there some sort of rally taking place before the midterm elections? Well, it's certainly plausible. That is a theory that the markets are going to look a bit good before the midterm elections and then crash after that. I personally think we're still in that max pain zone, as I've been talking about for months upon months. And that this is reminding me very much of 2018, and that the market could tank, Bitcoin could go down between $10,000 to $15,000, but that's okay. That's a great accumulation opportunity, and to wait out the bear market for the next bull market and make ridiculous gains, right? I lived through this in 2018 to 2019, guys. And that's how I made money. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm dollar cost averaging. So could Bitcoin rally to 25,000? It's possible. And then crash back down. It could certainly do that. It's not too far off, right? And it did do that back in August, where it went back to 25,000. So it wouldn't be a big deal for it to do it again. It would still be in that range of moving kind of sideways, not too much volatility, and then crash down to lower prices. Now, that's not guaranteed, of course, but that's just from my own experience, how I think it's going to play out. Look, if Bitcoin decides to go to new all-time highs tomorrow, I won't be upset. I won't be angry. I will be taking profits, right? I'm here to make money, but we want to call it based on how things have performed historically, based on the facts and how we've seen the market cycles play out. And of course, there's macroeconomic factors. Fed is raising interest rates and so forth. So it's no joke out there, but we'll see what happens. Nevertheless, guys, we continue to see big time institutional players jumping into the crypto market. Here we got news that Western Union, the payments giant, their trademark filings signal crypto Web3 exploration. The international money transfer company has filed crypto-related trademark applications. So once again, we are seeing banks, stock exchanges, credit card companies, payment companies, and just other financial institutions jumping into the crypto market. So they filed some trademarks, and this includes plans. They filed 3 trademark applications claiming plans for financial plus banking plus insurance, virtual currency exchange plus transfer, commodity and crypto trading plus brokerage, issuing tokens of value, and much more. Wow. Big time move here. And of course, this is, verified, the trademark application that was submitted, but this should come as no surprise. We are seeing the likes of MasterCard, MoneyGram, BNY Mellon, Google, BlackRock, and so forth. Over the past 3 months, those names have jumped into the market. And remember, PayPal, out of the payments giants, they were the first to integrate full crypto trading, right? And you can do it through Venmo, which PayPal owns. So it should come as no surprise. Western Union is going to do the same thing, and MoneyGram and so forth. Game theory playing out. Very bullish news, my friends. They all see what's on the horizon, and that is the mass adoption of this asset class. And they're all building the on and off ramps. This is going to be, maybe what Kevin O'Leary says, the 12th sector of the S&P and so forth. Crypto is going to be traded on stock exchanges, guys. It's coming. We just got to be patient. It's not going to happen overnight. But this, you want to look at these facts, not what they're saying, but what they're doing. You see the trademark filings, the patent filings, the mergers, the acquisitions, the investments, all pointing to the growth and adoption of crypto. Now, here's some more big news. Prime Trust Crypto IRA set to leave beta as Bitcoin volatility at historic low. Prime Trust IRA product comes less than a year after For Us All launched an investment vehicle that offers crypto exposure through 401k accounts. Another major on-ramp, guys. We all know how much trillions of dollars are in retirement accounts. And a lot of these folks can't put their money in crypto due to regulatory and compliance issues. That's why a Bitcoin spot ETF would be so critical. It would allow many of these companies to be able to access Bitcoin and other cryptos. Well, eventually other cryptos. But it has to start with Bitcoin first, and a lot of that capital will flow into crypto. Fidelity, we saw, is trying to circumvent that, without the spot ETF, but they are also facing some regulatory pressure as a result. So the IRA offers include options with exposure to Bitcoin, Ether, Solana, Litecoin, Cardano, and Avalanche tokens. Prime Trust launched its beta crypto IRA in March. So this is amazing news, guys. We're going to see more and more of these things. When Prime Trust launched its beta test for a crypto IRA product, the financial infrastructure firm said it was just following the money. The trend hasn't changed, so the firm has moved forward with its official launch. Here's a quote. Half of U.S. wealth is in retirement funds. Sarah Z., Chief Product Officer at Prime Trust, said, even if we have 1% penetration, we're talking about $500 to $600 billion. Prime Trust in March announced the launch of its beta program for the Prime Trust Crypto IRA, a first of its kind retirement account with a single application programming interface. On Monday, the company said it was ready to offer the product to the public. Folks, I hope you see the building that's happening and the investing. These things don't just pop out of nowhere. It takes a lot of research and development, a lot of investing of money and preparation and product launches and go to markets and so forth, right? And to bring in the talent to do it as well, because we're seeing a lot of folks leaving traditional financial jobs and coming to work into crypto. So really, really big time news here. Very bullish in my opinion. And as these retirement funds start flowing into crypto, you're going to see new all-time highs for sure. Now, Reddit, they've been pushing their NFTs and it's going well. So Reddit makes PFP NFTs cool again. Marketplace trading volume surges. Nearly 3 million Redditors have bought a collectible avatar, more than other leading native marketplaces. So Reddit has, of course, a really strong community. A lot of people use Reddit. And they're leveraging NFTs, which comes as no surprise. We've talked about how social platforms will leverage crypto and NFTs. And one thing I want to call out, guys, it's running on Polygon. And I've been talking about Polygon for a long time. A lot of big brands are launching on Polygon, including Starbucks, Coca-Cola, and so forth. That has me very bullish on the native token of Polygon, which is Matic. So huge here. So Reddit NFTs collectively have $122 million market cap, according to the marketplace. And that's amazing. It says here on Sunday, daily volume surged from below 1 million to 2 million in less than 24 hours. At the time of publication, the 24-hour sales volume was at $2.6 million. So really amazing what's happening. NFTs are here to stay, my friends. I will be launching an NFT collection soon. I'll be launching on the XRP ledger, and it will have utility. It's not just, okay, here's this artwork. It will unlock cool things for this channel. And once I'm ready to share the details, I will provide that to you all. Now, we have an interesting article from the block here. The title is CFTC and SEC chairs may disagree over whether Ether is a security. Wow. So certainly going to be butting heads here. We know, as far as what we've been covering on this podcast of the potential conflicts of interest with Bill Hinman and the Ethereum folks, and the SEC essentially saying Ethereum is not a security, but left the other altcoins out in the wind, right? Well, the SEC recently said that every transaction on the Ethereum blockchain falls under their jurisdiction. They mentioned this in the Ian Bellino lawsuit, And the CFTC seems to not agree with this. So, in a way, this conflict between the two regulatory agencies will force Congress to act. Now, I saw this article from Brian Armstrong, CEO of Coinbase. He tweeted out the article and said, "How does this serve America's interests? Lack of regulatory clarity is harming American investors and driving the industry offshore." He's absolutely right. Let me give you some details here. So, Ether's legal status may be contested ground between the leadership of the U.S. two federal market regulators. The head of the CFTC, Chair Rostin Benham, suggested on a panel this morning that he and the SEC Chair Gary Gensler may not see eye to eye on the cryptocurrency's definition, which would determine which agency has more power over it. Here's a quote: "Ether, I've suggested that it's a commodity. I know Chairman Gensler thinks otherwise, or at least hasn't certainly declared one or the other," said Benham at the event in New York City hosted by Rutgers University. So once again, this could really force Congress to act, because if you have two regulators that are fighting over this, and it's going to go down the list, right? What is a security? What is a commodity? And we know, as we've been covering, the SEC is totally off base. They're using regulation by enforcement. They have not provided clear regulation, so the market is in a limbo right now. So let's see what comes out of this. Now, some other news here from Brian Armstrong regarding the SEC. He tweeted out a case study of about Web3 and so forth, and one of the quotes that he pulled out of this case study, he tweeted it, and here's the quote: "Gary Gensler's lone crusade against digital assets represents a bad policy choice that will translate into really bad politics for Democrats." So interesting that Brian is coming out on the offensive here. He's firing away tweets, and I think he knows. Look, he had tweeted at one point earlier this year, the SEC is acting shady. And he talked about what they did in blocking Coinbase lending. So he knows what's going on. Now, something interesting. Senator Elizabeth Warren and AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, have asked regulators to clarify their rules on former employees obtaining roles in the crypto industry. Did not see this one coming, guys. So the U.S. lawmakers asked how long an individual is barred from seeking employment in an industry he or she has regulated. In a letter sent to almost all federal financial regulators, the lawmakers noted the increasing number of revolving door hires and asked how long individuals involved in regulating the crypto industry are barred from seeking employment in it. Along with their fellow signatories, the two say they are concerned that crypto firms may appoint former financial regulators and government officials to add some teeth to their lobbying efforts. Yeah, no crap, because you have not provided clear regulations. So these companies, they're getting desperate. They're going to say, hey, this guy is no longer the FCC. This guy is no longer the CFTC. This guy is no longer the Treasury. Let's go bring him on our side to help us navigate these uncharted waters and to navigate without getting sued or enforcement action coming our way. So it's like, wake the hell up. I mean, what do you expect, right? And Ron Hammond of the Blockchain Association, actually, he gave some thoughts on this, which I thought were spot on. And let me pull it up here for you guys. Where he works at the Blockchain Association. So they talk to a lot of people in government and in the industry. And here's what he said: these kind of complaints of the revolving door in DC are standard for progressives and not unique to crypto. So this is not a crypto specific issue. He said, for an industry plagued with regulatory uncertainty, companies seek to poach those who know crypto policy the best. That usually means those who worked on it in the government. That is obvious. So Elizabeth Warren and AOC doing this, whatever, sending this crap out, like the answer is right in front of your face. It's not a crypto specific thing. And crypto is, in limbo right now because we don't have regulatory clarity. But if Congress was to do its job, we would. They wouldn't need to go try to poach all these government officials and so forth, right, guys? We have here Eleanor Toretta Fox Business also weighing in on this. She said, in a letter to Gary Gensler, Senator Warren and AOC asked him to clarify what he's doing to stop the revolving door issue between the agency and crypto industry. Full letter before. Here's an excerpt from it. Over 200 government officials have moved between public services and crypto firms, serving as advisors, board members, investors, lobbyists, legal counsel, or in-house executives. But we know what the solution would be. Congress needs to act. So maybe AOC and Senator Warren needs to rally the troops and get some clear regulations. Now, the UK votes in favor of recognizing Bitcoin and crypto as regulated financial instruments. So crypto regulations worldwide continue to move forward. Of course, we covered yesterday the new UK Prime Minister, who is very much pro-crypto, and that's definitely good news there. The Cash App, Square Cash App, adds support to send and receive Bitcoin via Lightning Network. Now, we know Jack Dorsey behind Square and Twitter and so forth. Well, he's big-time Bitcoin bull, building a lot of infrastructure for Bitcoin, so no surprise here. Final item here, crypto sponsorships are still heating up. Sam Bankman-Fried of FTX, it looks like they are now sponsoring some parts of the Washington Wizards, the NBA team, their respective arena, and we know FTX also has the naming rights of the Miami Heat arena, which is, of course, another NBA team. So the brand building, the mass awareness, and so forth continues. By the way, I am working on getting an interview set up with Sam Bankman-Fried. Many of you may have seen my Twitter conversation with him, waiting for his response to set something up, and that should be coming soon. All right, guys, that's the news. Let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts, comments, and questions below. If you're listening on the podcast platforms, please drop a 5-star rating. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you all later.